right, Detroit, we are back. So, I've seen you guys' comments. I took the weekend off to think about this because I do want the President's Trophy now. I saw this one comment in particular right underneath here that says that we should trade some of our depth fours. We have a lot of those guys, and that we need to upgrade the D core. So, that is what we're gonna do right at the beginning of this video. Now, I do have 3 pulled up on my phone. I went and looked around the league, and these are the 3 that I think are the most believable. So, looking at the standings here, the only team that would probably even be remotely close to willing to move people on in our division would be the Senators. So I did look at them. I looked at the Flyers and the Penguins. I looked at the Wild and the Jets. I looked at the Sharks and the Kings. Unfortunately, it didn't seem like any of those guys really had anything decent. The only one I even kind of considered trying to go for would have probably been the Jets. Let's see, and it would be Josh Morrissey. Now, his trade value is way up there. He would give us our top 2 pairing that we need. He has his max X factors. He doesn't have an awful contract. This would definitely be an upgrade on our defensive core, but going for Josh Morrissey, it feels like we would have to give up a lot. And I mean, we would. He's a great player. I was looking at like Hannafin, Berggren already. Like, that doesn't work. We'd have to get something back for them. And then probably this year's first and next year's is what we'd have to do. And then we'd have to take back one of the guys that they don't want. So probably someone like Giordano. So something like that wouldn't be bad. We aren't using Berggren. He hasn't even played a single game for us. We have way too many depth guys. They want him. They want Hannafin. Josh Morrissey feels like the way it would happen. They're a seller, so they'd be willing to get rid of Morrissey. They would want the 2 firsts because they're not doing good, so they want as many high potential picks as they can get. Hannafin's at 4 years left at 30 years old, Morrissey, so we would have Morrissey through a younger age. We would be able to get rid of him if we needed to. Then we would be able to with Hannafin at 34. Morrissey would only be 33. I mean, we know we're going to be a good team. We've got fucking, like, I mean, we're at 38, 14, and 6. We pretty much have the opposite record as them. So we know we're going to be a good team. I don't think that these firsts are going to turn into anything because we're going to make conference finals, potentially Stanley Cups, potentially winning them. So these are going to turn into top 6 D-men or top 9 forwards. So, and I know I'm wearing a coat and a hoodie. It got really cold here in Michigan today. We did not have our heat on last night, so it got really cold inside, so don't judge me for that, but we're going to continue. This would be the most realistic trade I could find, kind of replacing the D-man, taking their older guys, giving them a younger guy in Berggren to kind of fill in a slot and 2 firsts for them to just start working on a future. This one feels like the most realistic. I was also potentially going to target, let me look down for a second, Jamie Drysdale, Thomas Chabot, or Victor Hedman. But the problem with that is I don't think that... I think Hedman and Chabot are both on the Senators. I'm not 100% sure. I think they're both on the Senators. So Morrissey and Giordano with these guys specifically. Let's just go take a look with the Senators. They're even. That's the problem I'm coming towards, is they're still a 500 team. I don't know if they're ready to bust yet. And their top defensive, I mean, they have Hedman, Dickinson, Chabot, Chikrin, Sanderson. I mean, like, they have a really strong D core. Now, that does mean we could probably snag one from them, but the guy I actually would have wanted to go for would have been Sam Dickinson. I don't think they would give up the young guy. That's the problem, is I don't think they would give up the young guy. So that we wouldn't be able to go there. Chabot would probably be who we'd go after, because Hedman is so old. I mean, he's only got 1 year left on that contract, so he's definitely a rental. He would definitely help. But I feel like Shabbat would be the more realistic one because the first line of Hedman Dickinson would be good. You got the veteran helping out the young guy. Second line of Chicker and Sanderson looks good to me. And then third line of any of these four guys. I mean, they have an insanely stacked decor. So to me, the Shabbat one would make the most sense. Now, this would obviously be grossly overpaying. I would probably drop it to like that. He fits defensive pairing 1, which is what we need. We need him to fit with Cider. Yeah, I mean, that one doesn't look too bad. I think this is the one I'm favoring the most. So this is the one I'm going to try to get to go through. So let's see. I mean, that already, we're not very far behind. What else do they want? I mean, if we're getting Shabbat, we're going to have him for another 4 or 5 years as well. Theoretically, we could try to just upgrade like or no. Kind of need him, don't we? Hang on, let me check. Yeah, we do. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't trade any of those guys. I mean, we have Cider, Edvinson, Palika, McIsaac. Those are all going to be guys we're going to have for a while. And same with Shabbat. So, I mean, realistically, do we need Muse? Oh, no. Oh, I can't convince myself to get rid of him. We drafted him. I mean, he's got no X factors. Can we find someone else like him? I think we can. Let's see. Let's just add Muse in there as well. I think that would go through the way it is. And realistically, I mean, even if Muse gets all the way up to an 84, 85, we don't have room for him. We're going to be paying a third liner $6 million a year at an 85. I don't think that's worth it because all of our guys that are going to be up there are going to be up here for a while. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying that. Let's go ahead and give it a go. Rejected. Doesn't meet trade needs. Okay, I figured we'd have to put some icing on it for a top defender like that. Let's go this year's first because we know it's not going to turn into anything. Rejected. Okay, so the farthest I would go is probably that and probably that. Let's see. Value just isn't there whatsoever. Oi. Try next year's first because we have everybody signed through next year. I mean, we should be a good team next year. Rejected. Wow. Okay. So realistically, our assets that we're willing to trade with the most value are going to be... We want to hold on to Edvinson because he might get a jump after this year. So it's probably going to be Hannafin, the first, Berggren, and Muse. That's probably what we're going to be willing to give up. So what we're going to do is actually find... Oh, the Rangers want all three, but they're a buyer. They wouldn't give up a defenseman. The Devils are a conservative buyer. They're not going to give them up. They're a buyer, yeah, for sure. No, no, no. That might actually... Does Chicago have a decent defenseman? Korchinski? No. We want someone for now. He's not going to add value to now. Wow. Seth Jones at 10.5 mil. That's an awful contract. How's Bedard doing? Not scoring as many goals as I would think. Okay. Move on from Chicago. Boston? No. Coyotes. No, they only have Sean Dursey. Yeah, that's their best defenseman is Sean Dursey. No wonder they're doing so bad. Oh, they're actually not doing too bad. 28 and 20. Yeah, I mean, it would be trying to get Josh Morrissey, I guess. Because, like, they are... Let's see. All right, we're gonna try for Josh Morrissey, and we're gonna try to go all in. Let's go ahead and go for Giordano. Let's go ahead and take these guys that they don't want any more of. Nino. Ooh. Try to grab Nino, I guess. No, I mean that's too much trade value. Let's see. So let's just go to all skaters. Get their lowest guy. There we go. Lars Eller, sure. That's good with me. First, Hannafin, Berggren, Muse. And we're going to have a great team next year, so next year's first as well. Your offer is woefully insufficient when I consider value for what you are asking in return. Okay, I can't really take any salary from them. Yeah, I can't really take any salary from these guys. Now, would we be fine with giving up like an 84 overall and having Berggren play on the fourth line in exchange for getting Morrissey? I think so. So, Berggren, not Muse. I didn't want to do that. Let's see. That fourth line is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, like, giving up someone like Valeno, he's got a little more value. He's definitely got more than Berggren. Well, not really. I don't really want to give up Casper, that's for sure. Let's see. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if we gave up someone like Iafallo, that means that Sprong would go up to the third line. I'm fine with that, honestly. Let's see, Iafallo in there, maybe? Damn. I mean, fuck. I mean, so, like, they want Hannafin, so that would be the defenseman we're upgrading. They want the 2 firsts. That's not gonna work that really like that. I don't think we can give up another first, but maybe a second. I don't think Josh Morrissey is gonna be able to be gone for, unfortunately. Do the Lightning have anybody? Lightning have Sergachev, who doesn't have a crazy amount of value, but he has a crazy salary. We don't have him scouted at all. I want to make sure he's going to fit on that top line. Conservative seller. Dunn. No, I don't want an 87. Vince Dunn doesn't really fit. The Sharks. They got nobody. They actually have multiple past Red Wing defensemen with Gostisbehere, Leddy, and Mata. That's funny. The Penguins were bad, but I mean Ryan Graves is their best defenseman. Yeah, that makes sense. The Flyers, nobody. And the Senators, we're back to that Hedman or Shabbat. Let's just try Shabbat again. Let's see. So let's go Muse, Hannafin. Already right there, we're over it. If we're willing to get rid of this year's first for sure, that looks like decent value already. Let's try it. Isn't up to snuff at all and not matching their trade block at all. And Iafallo. Holy, what do you mean the value isn't there? It's over double your value. Alright, we're going for the President's Trophy. Let's see. They don't want Edvinsson, man. That's what I was looking at, is I was gonna put Edvinsson in there. Well, if it's not gonna make a difference, we're gonna leave Hannafin in there. We need to match their trade block a little better. Iafallo and Berggren. We still have the forwards we could use. Oh my god, woefully insufficient? What the fuck? What is happening? The Wild are sellers. They don't have anybody. Nobody there is gonna help us. The Kings are sellers. Like Brant Clark, I guess, maybe. No X factors. Offensive defenseman that isn't getting points. Barely any puck skills. His passing, I mean, 87 isn't bad. His defense is okay. I just don't know if Brant Clark is that President's Trophy move. We need like another bona fide top 2, and he's a top 4. All right, let's see. We're just gonna go. We're gonna go player search. I know we're spending a lot of time at the beginning of this video trying to build a President's Trophy defense. Let's see here. I mean, the problem is I don't have anyone. So like, even if I wanted to go with like McAvoy or Darlene or so, like, I can't go for those guys. I don't have enough trade value to do that. So let's just go by overall. I mean, Hedman would be the first one that screams at me. Go for him. Roman Yossi, I guess. He's top 4 though. I mean, he's probably gonna keep dropping. Devon Taves might not be bad, but that contract fucking sucks. Aaron Ekblad. Aaron Ekblad might not be bad, but I don't feel like Florida would give him up. Shabbat is the next one that screams out to me. I mean, the only other guy I can think of going for is Ekblad to really make this team better. Sider and Ekblad on the first line, maybe? Okay, so, I mean, this one is where they want Edvinson. They want Hannafin, though, so that's fine. Let's see, matching block. So what about Hannafin, Berggren, and the next 2 firsts? That value's way skewed in our favor. I don't think Ekblad is going to drop this year or next year, so I think we have him at his value. He's got the 5 X factors. Apparently he's playing their defensive pairing too, so they might actually be willing to get rid of him. He's not on their trade block, we know that, but all right, I think we try this. And the value just isn't there whatsoever. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't, like you've seen, I'm trying to pick up these top defensemen. I'm really trying. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, like, I'm not going to give up Cider just to upgrade. Like, I'm not going to upgrade Cider. That makes no sense, because then we still don't have a good second top line. Like, people are saying we need to upgrade the D-core. I'm assuming what you guys mean is get another top line defenseman, not upgrade our one top line defenseman. I don't think. I mean, it will do something, but not as much as we're hoping for. We're looking to upgrade Hannafin by like 3 or 4, even more points. I know that's what we're looking for. And I mean, like, if we go all the way down into the 88s, we probably could get someone like fucking Bowen Byram or Noah Dobson would probably be the guy we could maybe go for. I mean, Slavin would be another guy we could probably go for. Did we already have Slavin? There's no way we did, because he's on Carolina. I mean, he's got the good X factors. He's definitely I mean, he would definitely upgrade on him. He would be an upgrade for Hannafin. But my problem is how much would we have to give up for that little of an upgrade? Slavin. Let's see. They want Hannafin. They want Berggren. Hannafin, Berggren. I know that we're going to have to get a guy from them. Hannafin, Berggren, this year's first. This doesn't look like it's going to work. And the only one they want to get rid of is Teravainen because of his fucking contract. Wow, that's a awful contract. Bolshakov. I just don't think that's going to go through. I don't really want to give up any more for Slavin either. No. I just don't know, guys. I just don't know. I don't know if it's doable. I don't know. Oh, and power. I mean, so like, my problem is I don't want to get rid of any of the top 2 line guys, right? So like, I don't want to get rid of DeBrincat, Larkin, Raymond. I don't want to get rid of Konechny, Jarvis, Barabanov, or Gavin. Barabanov, I mean, he's a 3rd line, 85 overall. So is Iafallo, so is Kopp. So Iafallo, Iafallo. They don't want Bergen, but they do want Bolivier. They want Veleno. I could do Veleno. I could do Muse. And then I could do 2 firsts. That trade value is definitely skewed towards me. Who do they want to get rid of? Alright, so yeah, Schultz is fine. And then... Nguyen, I mean, he's got some trade value, though. He's got top 6 potential. Let's try it. Alright, I'm not going to waste any more of your guys' time. We're already at 20 minutes in this video. I am going to cut it here. I'm going to look for some trades and come back when I think we might be able to get something. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, we are back. The one guy I haven't tried yet is Jamie Drysdale. They want Bergen, they want Hiroshi, they want Hannafin. They want to get rid of these guys to match up because we're both at max contracts, or they're at least at max. I tossed in the 2 firsts because Drysdale's young, 3 years left on him. We're going to have all of our guys for the next 2 years at least, so giving up these 2 firsts isn't that big of a deal. We know we're going to be a good team, especially with Drysdale. Now, was he scouted on... He fits... we don't know what he fits. We don't know his abilities, but, like, we don't know his preferences in the chemistry. But he's got the 5 X factors. He's going to help on the power play. He's that offensive defenseman. Maybe get Sider going a little more. He's got 45 points in 57 games. He's that top 2 defenseman that would definitely be an upgrade from Hannafin. He's even got better defensive stats than Hannafin, so I'm going to try this one. We have a little bit more value. We haven't tried it yet, so we're going to go for it. Trade rejected. We'd consider taking Jonathan Berggren. So they don't want Hiroshi. So let's see. Do they want Muse? They don't want Muse. Okay. So what if we just fill in the Bergen value with like next year's 5th and then like a 3rd? Or so next year's 5th. Let's try that. Trade rejected. They don't want the 2 firsts, man. Alright. Now that we know we're willing to give up both firsts and Iafallo and Hannafin, now that we know we're willing to give up that, let's go ahead and toss Iafallo in here. Let's see if they'll do that, maybe? No. Okay, so Iafallo, Hannafin, and 2 firsts. So we're going to go back and try the Senators trade. I don't know if we tried it like this before, but we're going to try to grab Shabbat. Shabbat for those guys? Yeah, I mean, that should go through with the value. I don't think I've tried this yet. They want anybody else just to see, like someone like Muse. We're willing to give up Muse. We already know that. We're willing to part ways. There's no way that this doesn't go through. Shabbat for Hannafin, 2 firsts, Iafallo, and Muse. There's no way this doesn't go through. You are quite far off in value based on what you are offering, and it doesn't meet our trade. Dude. Wow. Oh, guys, I just don't know what to do. Okay, let's see. Is there anyone that wants Hannafin, Muse, and Iafallo. That's what we're going to look for now. Is there anyone that wants all three of these guys? The Boston Bruins do, the Buffalo Sabres do. Okay, so the Buffalo Sabres want all three. So let's try for Owen Power then. Buffalo has too many skaters, that's fine. So let's just go grab someone they don't want. We're gonna grab Schultz there. Buffalo still has too many, so we're gonna, it was Nguyen that we'd have to go for, yes. And then let's toss in those two firsts. First and a first. Alright, for Owen Power. Rejected. Okay. This is my last try, man. I mean, it probably isn't, but I think it's my last one. Oh my god. Alright. This is officially my last attempt. I've ran through a couple more possible trades. None of them got accepted. I came back and thought they were going to get accepted. They didn't, but you guys didn't need to see that. We've got Edvinson, Muse, Iafallo, 2 firsts for Thomas Chabot. Says he fits defensive pairing 1. The value is extremely in our favor. They want Muse. They want Iafallo. You're a bit off in value with this proposal, and it doesn't meet our trade block. So if we added some more value, we'd be able to do it. Okay, so theoretically, now here's where you guys might hate me. Is Iafallo, I think, is where I would move this, and I think I would move Iafallo up to that second line, and probably go with either Konechny or Jarvis. Iafallo is filling the two-way forward. So it would be Konechny that we would be dropping. We would still have, so our second line would look, it would be Gavin, Jarvis, and Iafallo. On the second line, Gavin, Jarvis, Iafallo, right? And it's not awful. 85, 85, 87 on the second line. That's not awful. Still have some X factors with Jarvis and Gavin. Can we risk moving Konechny? I mean, I feel like he's our guy though. Like Jarvis hasn't done shit. I mean, 8 goals in 36 games, only 20 points. Jarvis was definitely a bad move for Comfer. No, guys. Okay, so this is gonna be a bit of a longer video. I apologize. We're gonna go ahead and get up to the deadline when teams are actually willing to give up defensemen for a little bit less. You guys have probably been screaming at me this whole time. Just get to the deadline, they'll be cheaper. Just get to the deadline, they'll be cheaper. And it's right here. It's a week away, literally. So let's just go ahead and get up to the deadline here. We got a 4-3 win against Montreal, a 7-3 win against St. Louis, another win. Let's go ahead and sim this game. We're not going to actually watch the periods. We're already a 40-win team. We're going to make the playoffs. 2-0 against Arizona in the first period, 3-3, bring it back, and 6-3 to win it. Did anybody have a hat trick? Larkin. So Larkin had a hat trick. So we love to see that. Let's see. So he had a hat trick. It was DeBrincat, Hannafin, and Gavin contributing on the other ones. Right as we were about to give Hannafin up. Your 3 stars of the game are Larkin, Raymond, and Jarvis going into the trade deadline. So those guys proved themselves there. They tried to, at least in that last game. And it's going to be a bit of a longer video. I apologize for it, but we're going to do the deadline in this video as well. We are a hardcore buyer. And let's go ahead and get into the deadline. So, oh, golly. Okay, so Quinn Hughes. a first round pick and a top forward prospect. We don't have a top forward prospect. I don't think we're going to get Quinn Hughes. That would be ideal. Like, literally, that's the ideal guy we would go for. Hronek, I mean, there aren't many top defensemen. We would have to go for Hughes. All right, guys. Do we go? I mean, President's Trophy, we're going for it. Do we go for Quinn Hughes? So they want a first round pick. So boom, boom. They got their 2 firsts right there. Now, they don't, I mean, yeah, they don't want either of these guys. I mean, they want Hart, which doesn't hurt anything. But they need a lot more value. Realistically, like, we probably have to go Konechny. Konechny, Hart, and 2 firsts for Quinn Hughes. I just don't think, like, there's no defenseman on the block, man. I mean, like, Hronek is theoretically an upgrade. They only want a first round draft pick for it. Hronek would be an upgrade. He's younger than Hannafin. We're not going to use our first round pick. I mean, like, that automatically right there seems like we're obviously getting better. Hronek is on the block. Why? Hang on. Because they have Hughes? I mean, like, do they not want him on that top pairing with him? Why would Hronek be on the block? That makes 0 sense. Hronek is on the block. They're a winning team. For some reason, they're a seller. You guys can get mad at me if you want. They only want a first round pick for him. I'm just gonna try it. If all they want is a first round pick. Okay, so let's go with next year's first as well, because we could probably re-sign Hronek after this year. All right, you guys can yell at me if you want for fleecing the Vancouver Canucks, but that's definitely not someone they would have gotten rid of. We upgraded our D-core without giving up a D-man. We probably could have saved a first round pick, but I think we're going to be winning. I think we're going to be a winning team. We're looking to be a dynasty here, so we're not looking for picks. We got Hronek. I mean, is there anybody else realistically that we could go for? I mean, let's go all available. See, I mean, we're not going to go for Doughty. We'd have to give up Kosa for him. I'm not going to do that. Kuzmenko's not an upgrade. None of these guys are really upgrades to anything we have. All right. So, I mean, there you go. We got Filip Hronek. We upgraded our top line, that's for sure. We upgraded our whole core as a whole. We're not doing any more trades. We've got everything we need. So, realistically, it's probably not going to be that much longer than normal. Connor Sheary. No, we don't need Connor Sheary. All right, so let's just get up a day so that we can, all right, so we're at 90 points already. We didn't give up any roster players at the deadline. All we did was really boost our defensive core. We went and got Hronek back. Hannafin, Edvinsson, Palika, McIsaac. I mean, it's better. It's definitely better. Larson, Berggren, and Veleno are scratched. Do we want to do Veleno instead of Kostin? Yeah. Right? I mean, like, that would make sense. Jarvis. I mean, that also doesn't look too bad. I would probably... No, I want Raymond on that first line. Yeah, let's just stack our shit. I follow Kop Barabanov. That's not bad. Barabanov. Veleno, Kasper, Sprong. I'm good with that. Do we want... I mean, getting Kasper third line time will get him to grow better, so putting Kop on the bottom might not be bad. Kasper's still that two-way forward that Kop is. We have... I mean, I'm pretty sure we have 3... Oh, Barabanov is a playmaker, so maybe that'll get Kasper some more points to grow better. Maybe like Sprong on the third line as well as that sniper. So sniper, two-way forward, playmaker on the third line, and then we have a full two-way forward fourth line with Iafallo, Kop, and Veleno. That doesn't sound that bad to me. We got good chemistry there. Now we have Cider and Heronic playing as pluses, so they're 90 and 92 overall, so that's not bad. They're playing as 85, 86. That's a good second pairing. And then McIsaac and Palika. Yeah, I mean, I'm not upset about this. Let's see, Huso having himself a decent year so far. Blackwood's killing it. I mean, 9 wins in 12 games, 9-16, 2-4-6. Okay. Let's look at the power play really quick. Move Palika over, but I'm okay with that. Let's go Heronic, maybe? Wait, are they +5? They're +5. No, we're gonna leave them there like that. Now, this is where I might actually put Heronic over Cider. Let's see, does that do anything good for our chemistry or no? It's the same. Heronic has 4, 3.5. What does Cider have? Cider has 4, 3.5. We're just gonna go Cider. Yeah, we're gonna go Cider on that second power play. 4-man. Yeah, this is where we can go ahead and quick sub in. We need a defenseman on that 4-man. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go Heronic here. And then probably Palika. Yeah, okay, that sounds good to me. And then the rest I'm probably pretty good with. Let's see, I'm just gonna make sure. Penalty kill, Cop, Cider, Raymond, Heronic. Yep, fine with me. Casper, Konechny, Hanifin, McIsaac. Is Edvinsson on the third one? Okay, so let's go ahead and quick swap Edvinsson and McIsaac. Get Edvinsson on that second one. And then I follow Larkin, McIsaac, Palika. I'm good with that. Yep. Let's go Edvinsson here. And then Palika, McIsaac, Larkin. Larkin should be able to make up for them. Extra lines. We want to win in overtime, which is 3-on-3. So let's go here. We want DeBrincat, Larkin, Cider. Konechny, Gavin, Heronic. And then Palika, Raymond, and... Okay, yeah, that looks great. Okay. Extra attacker, Larkin, and DeBrincat. Yes, please. And that looks good to me. Okay. I think we're good to carry out the rest of the season. We did upgrade our decor a little bit, so I did what you guys wanted. It wasn't to the extent that you guys wanted, but I still did do it. We are leading the NHL by 4 points on the Bruins. So, any big games coming up here? Are we trailing? So, like, where? Oh, yeah, we got a lot of divisional games coming up. So, we're looking at Toronto, Tampa, Florida, Buffalo. Toronto, Tampa, Florida, Buffalo. Toronto's the closest, 16 points behind. Okay. So those aren't big games. We want to get points on them, obviously, but they're not huge games. Do we play the Bruins at all by the end of the season? We do play them up here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is get up to the end of March. All right, that's fine. We got 2 wins in division. That's good. Keep pushing them down farther. Florida, 7-2 loss. Oof. 6-5 shootout win, 4-3 shootout win, 3-2 shootout win, OT loss, and an OT win. Wow, we went to OT a lot that month. But we are already at 103 points. We're fucking 9 points up on anybody else. Okay, so Boston is the team that is closest to us. So let's go ahead and get up to this Boston game, see how it's looking by then. Another win and a loss, so we're 7 points up on them. That is still the closest team. So this is our closest competitive team. We're 49, 18, and 7. So we're going to go ahead and for you guys, we're going to do that first period, third, or first, second, and then and then watch the third. So first period against the Bruins. This is a big game here. We want to win this game for sure. Second period, we're up 2-1, Sprong and Larkin. All right. And this third period, let's hold out, boys. I mean, they're out shooting us. We're coming back in shots right now. Now they got possession. We have a power play. Let's score on it. Oh, all right. So we only need to hold off on 1. Now we only need to hold off on 2. So I think this might clinch the Presidents if we win this because we're going to be up on them by 9, by 4.5 games pretty much. And we do beat the Boston Bruins. All right. Okay, so... let's see. I mean, we've guaranteed clinch the playoff spot. 107 points. So we are 9 points up on the next team, which is the Bruins. So we're only going to go a couple games at a time, see how it goes. So Pitt, we win. Carolina, we win. I think that's President's Trophy, right? Is Z President's Trophy? 111 points. The next team is 12 points behind us at 99. I don't know. Let's go 3 more games. Let's see. That's got to be President's Trophy, right? 54 wins. 115 points. I mean, let's see. Yeah, nobody can catch us. We've clinched the President's Trophy by a landslide, too. All right, so let's go ahead and get up to the end of the season here. Ottawa with another win, and Florida with a loss. 8-2 loss, that's fine. Look at that season, boys. 117 points, 55 wins. We got the 50-win club, one of 3 teams in the NHL to do it. And we got the last trophy we needed. We've won the conference before. We've won the cup before. We've got every single trophy we have other than the President's Trophy as a team. We got the President's Trophy. So now the question is, can we go back to back? So Dylan Larkin, we're going to do a season wrap up here at the end of the video. I know it's a bit of a longer recording. Sorry about that. But here we go. So DeBrincat finally broke his career high in goals. He got 43 instead of 41. So there you go. He hit 41 twice. Or is that 3 times then? Yeah, he hit 41 3 different times. Couldn't break the 41 mark. Got 43 with his team. 89 points plus 28. I mean, he's on a President's Trophy team, so what do you expect? We had Dylan Larkin up at 94 points, plus 32, 29 goals, 65 assists. Great year for the captain there. Lucas Raymond was over point per game at 87 with a plus 40. And there you go. Moritz Seider had his big year that we all expected him to have at some point. 77 points in 82 games, a plus 58. Man was a monster. Konechny up at 63 points in 79 games. Good year. Gavin had himself a good year. Hopefully he can jump up to like an 86, 87. Fill in that second line slot next year. We can clear up some cap. Seth Jarvis. I don't think he did much when he came with us. I mean, 60 games, 40 points, not bad. He picked it up at the end of the season for sure. So that's not too bad, especially because he was kind of getting, I think he was getting second line time there, but I follow with a 50-point season on the third line. Sprong, yeah, I mean, can't really complain too much about these guys down here. We knew they were going to be a little bit lower. Joe Veleno only played 54 games because he was scratched in the middle of there. And then, wow, Husso with a 46-win season. Blackwood, I mean, can't complain at all about that backup goalie stat. But wow, Husso with 46 wins. That's got to be the most in the NHL. We'll go take a look at league leaders really quick. Here you go. So league leaders, Husso at 46. The only close guy was Sorokin at 44. Hellebuck down at 41. Vasilevsky at 40. So, I mean, when I say down at, that's still great seasons. But Husso just had himself a team in front of him. Even at a 900 even save percentage, he had the most wins in the league. Defenseman with points, Quinn Hughes, Evan Bouchard, and then Moritz Seider. He only trailed by 3, but that plus 58 is unreal. Oh, the controller batteries are low. All right, we're going to have to wrap up this recording soon. Go ahead and go to forwards here. Your top goal scorer, holy shit. Nikita Kucherov with 77 goals. 125 points. That's an unreal season. 77 goals is fucking crazy in today's age. So, good shit, Nikita. You're having yourself a Hall of Fame career. I think, right? Gotta be. Yeah, I mean, 508 goals, 1,139 points. Yeah, he's having himself a great career here. So, he's definitely going to be Hall of Fame. Having himself a great career. Braden Point, I mean, the top 2 point getters are on the Lightning this time. Trevor Zegras had himself 110 point. Robertson 104. Kaprizov 104. Draisaitl 102. McDavid 101. So it looks like that new tandem is Braden Point and Nikita Kucherov over on the Lightning. The last thing we're gonna go ahead and look at is your top plus minus guy was Moritz Seider. Your biggest goon was Arbor Xhekaj at 149, 150 penalty minutes pretty much. Your top shooter was Nikita Kucherov with 380 shots. Other than that, it was Pierre-Luc Dubois. He had 34 goals on 150 shots. Wow, not too bad. Your workhorse of the year was Cale Makar. He was obviously top minutes as well. Your best face-off guy was I mean, that's gonna take a while to scroll through. Never mind. And there you go. That's what we are looking at. So, also, your best defensive forward was probably Trevor Zegras, Elias Pettersson, or Sam Reinhart. Maybe Kuznetsov as well. So, looking for those for the Selke winner. And there you go. There are those stats. Let's go ahead and go to team stats, see where we ended up. 117 points. That was obviously phenomenal. 71.3 point percentage. So, yeah, I mean, only 20 regulation losses. That's pretty fucking good. Goals against per game. We were actually we were pretty much towards the bottom. We're going to look at entire league, though. Goals against per game. Let's sort the other way. Yeah, I mean, we were pretty good on goals against. This is where we really succeeded, was goals for per game. Yeah, there you go. Second best team in the NHL in goals for per game. We were burying that puck all the time. As far as actual goals for, there you go. We're second. As far as goals against, we were pretty good. Yep, we were pretty good. Power play percentage, where were we sitting? I mean, not too great. 18.9. How was our penalty kill? Our penalty kill was only 79.4. So, I mean, our 5-on-5 play was absolutely phenomenal. That's why we had so many plus minuses, is because our 5-on-5 play was just unreal this year. Your best home record was the Islanders. We were sitting at 25-11-5. Your best away record, I mean, 39-2 on away. That's crazy. And then your hottest team going into the playoffs is the Tampa Bay Lightning. They have not lost in regulation in their last 10 games. So, and Colorado Avalanche, they're in the same boat. So, there you guys have it. That is pretty much the season wrap up. We are going to go ahead and get into, I don't think we can see awards yet. No, we cannot see awards yet. Individual awards, 25, 26. I feel like we already saw these. Yeah, Vico, we already saw these. Okay, so we cannot see awards yet. We're going to have to wait until the Stanley Cup is over, but we're going to go ahead and do the full playoffs in the next video. I will catch you guys then. Peace.